good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and whatever time of the day you are watching this video. I hope you are happy. Welcome aboard again to Ecom channel. I am Teacher Claire, and today's lesson is about the most commonly asked questions during research title defense. So I'm going to help you how to ace your title defense. Come and join me as I discuss and answer each of them through the use of this example research title. Assessment of the modular and visual learning through the lens of the ABBY's SHS students. First question we have is, what is your study all about? To respond to this question, you need to fully understand your research topic. Saying so, that means you must ensure that you have chosen a topic you are really interested to examine, investigate, describe, or explain, and not just because you can't think of any topic and that you have no choice. If I will then answer that question using the sample title, I would say that my topic is about how the students of Abbey Senior High School perceived the use of the new modes of learning, which are the modular and online as implemented in the school due to pandemic. Second, why did you choose this topic? In this question, you should talk about what motivated you to have that topic. Talk about the research problem you wanted to address, relevant to the topic you have chosen, which made you embark on the study. You have to make your panel convinced that there is a need to conduct the study. As a teacher, I chose the topic for I have observed different attitude of my students towards the modalities being implemented in the school. There are those who positively perform and some others seem to be unmotivated. I want to be aware of what my students feel and think about these modalities, why they like it, and what are the reasons that they find the modalities difficult. So that is how I'm going to answer that question. The third one is, what is the significance of the study? How will it contribute to the existing body of knowledge? In this question, you have to answer it by means of stating how your research will work and will help other researchers, educators, organizations, practitioners, and even policymakers. Be sure that you will state the benefits others may take home from your study. How will this be different from the other research held before? I will answer the question this way. From the title itself, it would benefit the school in determining the effectiveness of the modalities chosen. It could give the school a chance to focus more on which is effective for students' learning and to enhance on the others which might be inefficient. Further, it would also benefit the students eventually when the school would be able to evaluate and find out from their perceptions which modality should be applied in the school setting. The next question is, did you bridge any gap in your study? Research gap is referring to a question or problem that has not been answered or solved yet. Here, you should talk about how your study will address the existing problem or concern that made you carry out the research. In answering the question, I would say, being one of the implementers of the new learning modalities, as a teacher, I have seen how students hardly cope up with the online learning modality during the first year of its implementation in the school year 2020-2021. And I would even understand more the predicament of the students through their perceptions. Because of that, I realized the greater need to examine what went wrong and what needs to be done in order to help the learners in this trying time. Let's move on to the next question. What are your research variables? This question is asked in order to find out if you really know what your research project is all about. Explain your independent and dependent variables or your categorical variable to show them you really grasped the concept of your research topic. Identify the variables in your project topic, define and explain them. And be sure that you know whether you are conducting a quantitative or a qualitative research study. In the case of the example title, which is really an example of a research I am conducting, it has categorical variable, which is LDM, categorized as modular, online, or blended, that the researcher has to explain and describe in accordance with how the respondents, who are the students of Abbey Senior High School, look at it, whether they view the modes as effective or ineffective in the learning process amidst the pandemic. And I will only be focusing on two, which are implemented in the school. We have the modular and the online class. Next question. What theories or concepts did you use? Theories and concepts are considered as the significant foundation of research. We based our claim on them, on these ideas and beliefs relevant to our research topic. Using them to defend your topic or study will convince your panelists that you know your research and that there is a need to conduct it. If I will answer the question again, relevant to the example title, I will have these ideas. Learners in the online classes feel like they run out of control of their learning performance at times due to troubles brought about by internet connectivity, gadgets to use, and even the home learning environment. This then is connected to self-perception theory or cognitive evaluation theory. The theory is telling us that learners possibly see the online modality of learning something that they fail to control due to many factors which affect their performance eventually. Thus, is what this study wants to resolve, to help the learners understand more on how they may control their own phases of learning in the online class. Let's have this question. What is the scope of your study? In answering this question, the researcher has to explain his target. Considering the given title, this study will focus on assessing the effectiveness of LDM. I am only referring to the modalities adopted by the school in particular. The LDM implementation by looking into the lens of Abbey Senior High School students. The data collection will be conducted to 15 students from two grade levels, to grade 11 and grade 12. A total of 30 samples who will represent the population. So that will be the scope of my study. And the last question is, what limitation would your study encounter? In answering this question, you have to tell the panels what your study will not cover. So I will answer it this way. According to the title provided, the study will not cover the impact of other learning modalities not utilized in the school. Furthermore, students who were not attending online classes and not a part of the modular learning as well would not also be within the scope of this research. Again, these are the most commonly asked questions during research title defense that you have to be aware of and prepare for. I hope you did learn and understand how to answer each of them through this video lesson. Thank you for being with me, my Ecom learners. Have a great day. God bless and always wear a happy heart.